Alright, what's up you guys? So I'm here with another movie review for you, and it is for The Hate You Give. So I was not planning on seeing this weekend, but one of the actors in the movie actually posted that it was going to be showing at select theaters this weekend, and one of the theaters was actually one in Atlanta. So I was like, you know what? It's a Regal Theater, get some reward points. I figured why not take a day for myself. So I went to go to Atlantic Station. My first time there, love it. And then with the theater, I got like a discount, thankfully. Whew, thank you God. And the theater was really cool. I actually got to like select my seating, which was really fun. I think there was like 14 people in that theater, so it's a big old theater, but there's only like 14 people in it, and it's majority white people. So I was like, oh, okay, all right. So I, kind of splurged on the movies, which is why you hear my Skittles in the background. Your girl gave in. I'm sorry. I had no time to get snacks. I was like, okay, let me leave at 11 so I can get in like 12, go in before the previews are over so I can catch this movie, and then I can be out by 3:30. That was my plan. Thankfully, I stuck to my plan and was able to get some Victoria's Secret later. So, anyway, The Hate You Give is about this 16-year-old girl named Star. She basically lives two different lives. The life she lives at home in Garden Heights, and the life she lives at school at Williamson, which is a private school that her parents put her in to keep her and her brothers safe from the violence in their neighborhood. Star goes to a party with her brother's sister, and basically she meets with an old friend from back in the day, and he offers to drive her back home because it was really dangerous to be out at night, and they get pulled over by an officer. And Khalil, which then to get his hairbrush, gets mistaken for a nun and he gets shot. Star is the prime witness, and throughout this whole entire movie, you see her going through the should I say something, should I not stay silent, and you see the environment in both worlds and how it is basically affecting her. And at the same time, you're seeing so many dynamics of the culture just, being shown on film. I remember having to talk with my parents about what to do when a cop pulls you over. I remember my parents moving us out of my old neighborhood in Sandy Springs before it got gentrification, whatever the word is. I remember all those times where I had to basically put on a different face because I was in a majority white space. And now I'm just a regular person. I'm a PWI, but in high school I had to basically make myself a whole different person because I didn't want the label as ghetto. And I was like one of 2 or 3 black kids in every class, so it hit home with me. Like, I felt what Star was going through. Like, she goes through so much this movie. She's a teenager. And with the parents, they want to keep her safe. You got one parent wanting to keep her safe, one wanting her to speak up, one wanting to leave the neighborhood, the other one wanting to stand for their right. And, it's just a very emotional, thought-provoking film that a lot of us in the theater felt. Now, my favorite performance is Amandla Steinberg. I know y'all give her crap, okay? And I'm guilty of giving a little bit from some of the stuff she says, but she pulls an amazing, stellar performance in this film. I cannot think of how deep she had to go to get into it, because I felt like this is something that she's had to see, and she just pulled all the emotions a regular person would feel seeing what's going on in the news. And I just give her full applause for that. I swear. Like, BET better recognize her, because we all know the Oscars love to mess stuff up for us. BET, MTV Movie Awards, they better be giving her awards. It should not be slept on over here. That was amazing. Also, the brother Seven gave so much comedy in the film. It was such an intense movie, but he gave up some of the best comedy. It was really great. Regina Hall, man. Y'all underrate Regina Hall so much, but her playing this mother just reminds me of my mom and my aunts, and it just made me feel like, I understand why my parents are so protective over me, even as an adult now. Regina Hall is the black mother who is constantly trying to protect their children in a world that is so corrupt and so dangerous for their little souls. And the dad, I can't remember the actor, but he was on Lincoln Heights. The dad did the best part. Like, for real, the dad, he used to be in a gang, and he is constantly trying to protect their kids and explaining to Star what goes on, because they've kind of sheltered them from all the dangers going on, even though it's present outside. He is that voice for her, and kind of like someone to seek solace in with everything going on. So I loved his performance in it all. Sabrina Carpenter. I feel like she's a nice person in real life. The way she played the character of the friend at the school kind of is like kind of an example of what we see every day. And I was so mad. I was like, girl, you better check her ass right now. But yeah, I like that. So KJ Apa is in this movie. He replaced the original actor after he got caught for saying racist tweets. His character really, I was surprised by him. I was surprised by his character because, you know, they're in an interracial relationship. You saw it in the trailers. But his character shows some really, you know, real stuff and real things of like what people, you know, what people in different races feel. And, you know, how they, you know, find their understanding. So hands up to, whatever I was trying to say. So, props to KJ Apa. I'm giving him, like, major kudos for this role. He is so much better. I felt like if they did the original guy, then it wouldn't have been as, like, good. So, yeah. Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie, I love him so much. He's like my movie uncle. He is hilarious. But, boy, the way that he becomes a character is so good. I hate him. Oh my god. Anthony Mackie, if you didn't know, he is a gang leader in the neighborhood. His character, man, I swear, like, you know how people are like very good at like being like the antagonist, like you hate them so much because they do such a good job. Anthony Mackie did a good job. Like, for real. Like, I'm not used to seeing Anthony Mackie as an antagonist, but he did an awesome job. He did a great job of being the antagonist. One of the antagonists in this movie. Issa Rae was in this one. She was great in it. She was a great portrayal of just, you know, someone who represents, you know, part of the Black Lives Matter movement and what is being, you know, said and what is, you know, being sought after in protests and speeches and hearings and everything. So, yeah, that was great. There is one scene in the movie that I would like want to point out as like the best one, but I don't want to spoil it. It's in the third act, and it got all of us crying. It had everyone in our theater crying, and it had me thinking about, you know, just my own, you know, cousins, because I'm the oldest out of all of us. And, you know, it kind of circles back around to like a thing that was said in the movie between Star and her dad. So it was just probably the best scene of the whole movie. Okay, so would I recommend this? Hell yes, I recommend this. Go see it when it opens. I'm about to say August 19th. October 19th on Friday. Go see it. If you're one of the 36 theaters that get to show this movie, I would make the drive. I only drove like an hour to go see mine, and I would still recommend this. You know, it's kind of like bittersweet with me that I got to see it this early, because I know my theater in Carrollton isn't going to show it. The same reason why I didn't show Black Klansman. Same reason why I didn't show Love, Simon. So, yeah, if you're in the Atlanta area, like the western area, I would suggest going to Douglasville AMC. Anyway, that's my review for The Hate U Give. Definitely go see this movie. This is more than like for the culture, but more for the world to actually watch. I definitely recommend this. Let me know what movies you want me to review next, you guys. It's your girl. Peace out, more love, and have a great week.